Hi, heroes. This is Stan Lee coming at you. Want you to know, Marvel has always been and always will be a reflection of the world right outside our window. That world may change and evolve, but the one thing that will never change is the way we tell our stories of heroism. Those stories have room for everyone, regardless of their race, gender, religion, or color of their skin. The only things we don't have room for are hatred, intolerance, and bigotry. That man next to you, he's your brother. That woman over there, she's your sister. And that kid walking by, hey, who knows? He may have the proportionate strength of a spider. We're all part of one big family, the human family, and we all come together in the body of Marvel. And you're part of that family. You're part of the Marvel universe that moves ever upward and onward to greater glory. In other words, Excelsior!
Hello again, and welcome to another episode of the Man About a Dog movie podcast. I got it right. I'll keep messing it up.
First time.
And MAaD movie podcast, if you want to call it. We are the official podcast of, the official movie podcast of worldgeeklynews.com. I'm the Ultimate Movie Geek, and I'm joined by Craig Lambert. One more time.
Still can't find a decent nickname.
No. I know, it's really difficult. You'll have to come up with something else.
I'm quite happy to stick with Stig in the Dump.
Stig in the Dump. I have downloaded that picture.
Yeah, I sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah. Okay. We've just come out of Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, or Grindelwald, whichever you want to call him. So we'll get onto that in a minute. But sad news. Stan Lee passed away at 95 years old.
Yeah, he had a good one.
He did, and to be fair, he's going to be remembered, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, they've got to realise how amazing must his mind have been in the life he lived with all the imagining. I mean, was it the last film he did, which is how much acid he took in the 60s because he was suffering for it now?
Yeah, when his car shrunk.
Yeah. So it's
I'm on it was.
It's like his life must have been just one adventure after the other.
Yeah, well, that's it. Just amazing, really. His
amazing imagination. I know he was they slag him off for nicking all DC's characters and making them better, for want of a better word.
Well, yeah.
And
but it's not just that. He made like the normal super.
Yeah.
So like Spider-Man was a kid who had powers, whereas
who had anxiety and problems and school problems.
Other kid comic book characters were usually like Robin. They do a sidekick. So, and
the only one was Holy Rusting Iron, busting or something like that.
And with this, he made them
real.
Yeah, he made them real. He brought like the X-Men.
Who were persecuted teenagers.
Yeah, well, persecuted people at the time when.
In the 50s and 60s and all that, when it was like the the Reds and stuff like this. But I mean, it was meant to be the Legion of Doom, was it? The one at DC that they copied for that?
Oh,
they even had a guy in a wheelchair.
But, no, just sad loss. But
it's a terrible loss, not only for filmmaking, but literature as well, because no matter what people made down, slate, slag off, fiction like that, but I mean, what are we still reading? I mean, in 100 years' time, 200 years' time, we'll be reading that still. People, I won't, but people will still be reading it like they're reading Shakespeare now. It will last.
Don't take yourself short.
No.
You could be here in 100 years.
No, you can't. I'm lucky to make it till next Tuesday.
No, it is sad, but like I say, his legacy is living on. It is living on. It's like it is the biggest things in film. From
has he done a cameo for? No, I was thinking more along the lines of what do you call it, Captain Marvel, because we just saw the trailer now, as well.
I reckon he has. It came out that he's done Avengers 4.
Yeah.
I still think that there's still some cameos down the line.
Yeah, that
as
he's
well,
done.
Because they did a whole chunk at the same time.
If you know he's not going to be well, get them.
Yeah, get them when they're filming or pre-production or whatever. You can green screen him or blue screen him in or whatever.
Yeah. We just want him in a Watcher's uniform now, don't we? That's what we want him.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Just have a Watcher at the end with his face.
Mm-hmm. Actually, because we both said we'd want to see him, even if it's just in the background or somewhere. I mean, you put on on your Instagram, didn't you, all the different cameos he's done?
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it must be like 20 odd movies he's been in.
It was well, more, because there's 20 Marvel films, and then it's all the Spider-Man films from
some Sony as well. Yeah.
So all that sort of stuff. It's what. A lot of news has been thrown about, like, Deadpool can take over the cameos in films, but I understand that. And
Deadpool's the only person who realises
who will realise he's dead. And in the cameo, you remember the trailer for Deadpool 2, and he says, "Can it, Stanley?" or whatever.
Yeah.
He knows who Stanley is. I don't think he should.
I really don't either. I think, I know it was funny and all that, but Stanley was funny in a different way to Deadpool. I think that would ruin
the legacy, really.
Yeah, I would actually prefer CGI, which I've never said before.
No, I agree.
Never ever said CGI before. But I don't want him to say anything. I don't want him to do anything. But I just want to see him in every movie.
There was a film where, I can't, it was either film or one of the Netflix shows where his image is on the wall or something like that. But you just do it like that now. Have him in the background, have him walking by. You don't have to have him full front.
You don't have to force it, but it could be an Easter egg that we are looking for as fans.
Yeah, because it shows that he has passed on, but he is still within this MCU Marvel universe.
Which he's created.
Yes.
Or he has been part of the creation.
And he is part of it. He is a full, especially in the comics as well, where I think they meet him and I think I put on when I did the cameo thing, the Spider-Man TV series from the 90s, where Spider-Man travels through the universes and meets Stan Lee. And what I liked about it was in the scene, he swings through the city with Spider-Man, and he sounds like he's really enjoying it. He's like, I always wanted to know what it was like to web sling through the city. it's so good.
I mean, is he going to be in the Marvel, the Into the Spider-Verse as well? I mean, that's
he must. I think he is, isn't he?
It's next month, isn't
it? He will be. But no.
It's when it stops. That's when it'll really hit us, when we stop seeing him.
Yeah, I agree. Oh,
you never think, It's like, I mean, I've always said, but my favourite authors, be careful, it's like Terry Pratchett's dead, Robert Jordan's dead, David Gemmell's dead, Stan Lee, honestly, is one of my favourite authors. I mean, if I was Woodscombe right now, Neil Gaiman, I'd be shitting myself.
Well, it's Steve Ditko died earlier this year as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
there's a few of them.
Time moves on, I suppose.
Yeah.
I like
next I'll be 50.
Oh, what are you doing for it?
Oh, Christ. Don't even ask. I want to go and hide somewhere.
Nah. Welcome it with open arms.
Jesus, yeah.
And a big pint glass.
Yeah. And loads of neurosis and grey hair.
I'll dye my hair grey if you want.
Oh, too late. You're going there already. I thought you'd started.
My beard's grey. I don't have nothing else.
But I've started shaving, man. The kids thought it was going for Christmas. Starting it early. The Santa Claus had kicked in or something like that.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Sad news.
There was something I thought of then, and I can't remember what it was. It was some news. Never
Someone
mind.
playing Santa Claus?
Oh, Kurt
Santa
Russell.
Claus.
That.
Oh, Christ.
Have you seen it's a Netflix show, a TV series. Kurt Russell is playing Father Christmas, Santa Claus.
Jesus.
I think it's called The Christmas Chronicles. It looks awesome.
Jesus, is he going to do it the same as it is? I mean, there's another story. They're remaking the Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, with The Rock, isn't it?
Yeah,
well?
Everything's with The Rock, though. Everything is attached to The Rock.
Yeah, but
he's the only one that could carry it.
Yeah, but
I still don't want it making.
No, because Kurt Russell isn't a big, massive man, is he?
Yeah, but it's like, if you remember Tango and Cash when he was taking the piss at Sylvester Stallone, doing the muscles and stuff like that. I mean, he's still a big guy. He's still an action hero. I mean, Soldier.
Yeah.
Escape from New York and Los Angeles, although we don't mention Los Angeles very often. Surfing down Los Angeles streets.
That was awful.
I mean, Tombstone. That was a great movie as well.
Yeah, great.
Overboard.
So much, yeah. Well, I watched that for the first time in years, not that long ago, about 6 months ago, and then it turns out that they actually remade it.
Yeah, and
as well.
Awful.
Oh, well, I'm not going to bloody watch it.
I've watched it.
I've watched
it.
You mad man.
Jesus, it's awful.
Yeah. It looks
It is so bad. They brought a Spanish Mexican actor out, and there's nothing against him, but the story is just pants.
Yeah.
It's just pants. Completely
it's a hilarious
pants.
film, that.
Yeah, Goldie Hawn. I mean, a bit when they've sellotape, they've glued the what you call it to a hand, the plates to a hand, and then all the clothes that are about 10 times too big for her. I'm like, yeah, no, she's brilliant.
Oh, it's great.
I do love Goldie. Some of the best war movies ever made, but it's Goldie Hawn, Private Benjamin.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're just going through all films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's new?
I don't know.
I mean, it's just the fact is that's all we ever do. Go over films we've just seen. I mean, right now ITV are doing all the first 6 Star Wars movies,
films,
which I'm not watching.
No.
But Rogue One is on Netflix, so I'm watching
it?
it. And guess what else I'm watching? And I'm scared to admit it that I'm enjoying it. Batman vs Superman. I was quite enjoying it, and I was actually feeling sorry for Superman. And I was
because he's been cut to shit in that film?
No, basically because the way he's been treated by the people in there.
What, in the film?
Yeah. I'm actually liking Superman in it.
Are you actually seeing it from a different side now?
I'm seeing it because of what you've said. I've looked at him, and I always knew he was being personal.
Right.
And I thought before that he was just hamming it up, but it's almost like I can't do right for doing wrong.
Yes! Oh my God! Welcome to my side! Right, okay. That side. Justice League.
Yeah.
After watching Batman v Superman,
Yeah.
do you see that Justice League was wasted because it was a
wasted
watered
because
down...
of total
we should have had a full Snyder version of Justice League.
Well, I don't know about that.
No,
I mean,
but
that's
it would finish the
trilogy.
Yes, the trilogy.
Well, bring back Man of Steel 2, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's never going to happen, is it?
You never know. Look at this. This is what I show you. It's just, have you seen these?
Oh, is that?
I'm showing right now Superman drones, and it's actually a drone with the like, helicopter wings, the pack Superman. Then you've got Batman. It's obviously much better. And then it's a Batman.
Oh no,
drone.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's the.
So it's actually the
Batwing.
plane. Yeah, the Batwing with drone.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. It is, isn't it? It's all right. I like Batman v Superman. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's actually I've gone off Affleck a bit.
Why?
Because it's the character itself, the character development. I think he's more. I know why and I can see why he's so worried because he's always the one who's Mr. Suspicious because he's Batman. But the fact is, you think that Superman is so good. What he's saying is, if Superman could just 1%, if he was corrupted, say like Superman 3.
Yes.
When you get the tar into him, the
tar,
bad cigarettes.
Yeah.
If he did that, he'd rule the city or the world.
This is why I like the Man of Steel verse, for a better word, is because Christopher Reeve, he was amazing as Superman.
Yeah, still is my number one
They
Superman.
didn't go, they couldn't go far enough with the technology they had.
Yeah.
They did as good as they could, but then you had to do something better. And even Superman Returns, it was just dull. And it was a continuation of Christopher Reeve stuff.
I thought you meant Superman 2 was
No,
dull.
No, because I like the
Christopher Reeve ones.
Yeah, the Christopher Reeve ones. Even 4, I don't mind it. I have watched it several times. Even the frigging claws, the sharp claws that make him ill. Stupid, but I love it.
Gene Hackman saved those movies and they got rid of him after the second one.
Yeah, well, no, he refused to come back because of all the rewrites and all the reshoots in the second one. But with Man of Steel, it goes to the place where something like that had to happen. Like, you have these people fighting, you are going to have that amount of destruction.
Yeah, it's like a natural disaster.
And then you've got, I think the problem with Batman v Superman is we needed the Man of Steel 2 film to build up the character of Superman, and then you needed
him to fight Doomsday and win,
or because then he can come back and kill him. But then you have another one where you introduce Batman in the shadows, watching him and not trusting him. Yes, even have him in Man of Steel 2, but you don't even know it's Batman. You just have this someone watching. But it was rushed, and
but again, all that. I mean, it is. I mean, it's to be honest. The problem with DC is they're playing catch up.
Yes, they are.
They're 8 years behind 8 to 10 years behind. That was when they started, and they're trying to get it on now. We've had this discussion before.
Have we?
DC are still making superhero movies, and Marvel are making movies which star superheroes.
Yes,
and that is the difference. And they have to shoehorn Batman and bloody Joker into every movie.
Yeah.
They think that nobody will go to a movie if they don't have them.
There's more. The more photo has been released of Jared. No, not Jared Leto. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker film, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, yeah, he looks good, but all my cares are going.
Yeah, but as I've said, have you seen the film We Were Never Really Here?
No, I haven't.
I keep telling you to watch it. The guy plays Psycho well. He really plays Psycho well. But do I need to see another Joker movie?
Another Joker movie?
No.
I don't know. Oh. But too much Batman orientation.
Have you watched Titans?
No, because is it here yet?
It's on your favourite DVD player.
Oh, well, I'll have to have a look. It's finding the time to do it.
On episode 6 right now.
Did I tell you what I was watching the other night?
What was that? Was it
Super Mario Brothers?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. Well, how long ago is it? Is it 20 years?
1993.
93, so 25 years.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching it because I'm doing a video. I'm plugging myself. I don't care. In defence of the film, and I watched it. I went in with a view to not, everyone hates it. Everyone thinks it's crap. Yeah. It's nothing like the source material. But what is the source material?
It's a little bit like source
material. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's a scene where they're on this, bridge, and there's a Goomba that side, and there's police that side, and he's firing fireballs. Yeah. It's the game.
Yeah. But that's the problem with some of these games, is that there's no...
And it was the first video game film.
Yeah. Well, was it?
I think so.
I'm trying to think.
I should really find out before I release the video. But it's not as bad as you think. And if you don't disregard the games, it's not a bad film. It's poorly made, and you can tell that there was some friction behind the scenes. But the only reason Bob Hoskins did it because his kid said, "Yeah, do it." And
who is he?
Who else could you have had? Who else could you have had? Danny DeVito?
No,
because he's got the height.
He's got the height, but he's more... I've never seen Danny DeVito just play a nice guy. And Mario's always going to be super nice guy. I mean, to be honest, I didn't think Bob Holness... Not Bob Holness.
Bob Holness? Give me a P, please, Bob.
Yeah. Christ, whatever his name is, what do you call it, could carry it.
Hoskins.
Yeah.
But I think it did. I think it looked good. And when they... I'm giving some video away. But when they open the doors and they're wearing the costumes, they look really good. They do. I will argue this. Luigi should have had a moustache, but it's not that bad. And
you are honestly. Have you ever heard the film Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Rose Tint My World. That's the glasses you're looking through.
What, are you saying that I'm making a video called In Defense Of, so I have to find defensible?
Yeah, basically. You're justifying the ends.
Well...
Making something of the means.
Yeah. No, it's not too bad. It is, it's not too bad. I think everyone should go back and watch it.
No, I don't.
I do.
I mean, I've because of you, I've gone back to watch Batman vs Superman to give it a chance, and I can see it's like, especially that's your favourite scene when he saves the girl. Like, even though he's doing something else completely different, he goes, flies down to Mexico, saves the girl, comes out, and it's like the adoration, almost like
that whole. But that's it.
And then looking at him as if he's almost godlike.
But the whole Superman in that film saving people is in a 30-second to a minute montage,
which is the best bit.
Brilliant music, yes, but you've got the callback as well in the Day of the Dead. When he saved that person, he's surrounded by skulls, which goes back to Man of Steel when he's sinking in the skulls. It's great, and I don't care who knows it.
Oh God, your enthusiasm, Jesus Christ! Yeah. No, I mean it's okay. Well, it's better. I mean, it's gone up from a 6. It's better than Solo. Let's put it that way.
It friggin' is better than Solo. Jesus Christ. Oh dear.
It's better than. I was going to say it's about a par with Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not as bad as Octopussy, and it's better than back to James Bond movies.
James Bond. We need to do a James Bond movie podcast because we've been using James Bond.
Yeah. Well, the best
rating.
film was on this week, and I recorded it for me to watch again.
Ooh, Casino Royale or GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. Which
Same
is
writer,
it? Was the best game?
Yeah.
What? Ian Fleming?
No, I mean the films. You shut your face. Well, yeah. Well, it was his. It was his house in.
It was the island.
Was it the island?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the island. You're probably right. Maybe the house, but yeah, I know it was either the house or the island.
But yeah, I like it. Actually,
the tank scene.
Actually, one of my episodes of In Defense of
is it?
Is on Die Another Day.
Oh, Jesus.
I've already written it. Because
are you just picking the worst movies in the world? And
I'm picking bad movies that
you can see good scenes in.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'm picking that the majority don't like.
Right.
And I'm looking at it with an eye to see the goodness in it. Like Die Another Day is crap.
Mm-hmm.
I admit that, but you can see what they're doing because it was the 40th anniversary when it came out, 2002, 2003, and that film is just chock full of references to everything that's gone before. Not just Dr. No, but everything.
Yeah. But is that the one with Dr. Christmas?
No. No, that was before.
Was that the one that The World Is Not Enough? No, World Is Not Enough.
Yeah, The World Is Not Enough. Yeah, with the Robert Carlyle.
Yeah, because Robert Carlyle was a badly wasted baddie, I thought.
Yeah, he was.
But she was a good baddie, and the French woman, she was a good baddie because she played him.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Because he believed his groin.
He always does. Come on. But no, Die Another Day. It was just a nod and a wink to the audience, and I don't. You look at it and they are trying.
I mean, it's we've had this discussion before. It's always the same. Good Bond movies, bad Bond movies. Good Bond movies have a script which includes scenes. Bad Bond movies have scenes which they make a script up.
Round, yeah.
And it's. I do think sometimes it's the James Bond by numbers.
The opening to Die Another Day is superb, and because he's in North Korea or South Korea, North Korea, and he gets captured, and it's the first time in a Bond film where he is
not perfect.
He's been beaten the crap out of, being stung by scorpions. The next time we see something like that is the next film, Casino Royale, when he's getting his balls beaten in by a
tennis
rock.
racket.
Not rock, rope.
Yeah, rope.
What am I on about?
A rope with a tied end.
So something has carried over from that film. And even though it's hated, I think there is good things in it.
Oh, it's Halle Berry.
In what way?
The fact is that there's
She was supposed to have a spin-off as well.
But then they saw Catwoman and realised that she's
she's not.
I mean, I can't say she can't act because she can act. I've seen Monster Ball and I've seen one other things as well. It was like, well, what we got an idea for? I know an invisible car. But how can we shoehorn that?
But that's the pinnacle of the Bond films. Yeah. Where can you go from a car that can
fly?
Pretty much can go under the water. The next step is invisibility. And you get to Die Another Day, and it is the end of an era. So what do? They go back to basics with Casino Royale. And it's going to mount up and do it again.
Well,
the wave is building.
Yeah.
Q's back in...
Oh, Q's back in the second one. It's the whole joke about it. Oh, this is a radio. I mean, this is a...
Yeah, we don't do exploding pens anymore. Yeah, shut up. But
I mean, David, when you were talking to, we was talking to David. Is it David Llewellyn, who was Q at the time?
Desmond.
Sorry, yeah. They just loved it. You could see that was the best part. They just loved. I mean, I think the guys who became Bond looked forward to that bit more and winding him up.
Well, they parodied. They were in Black Panther.
Yeah,
that scene is in Black Panther, so it lives on.
Survived.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
What else was there? I can't remember.
Titans. Titans is superb.
Yeah, I've heard it's really, really, really good.
I'm loving it. I can't wait for Saturday to see the next one. I really can't. And it's there's no spoilers, but yeah, there's more than one Robin.
Oh no, I've seen this. It's already been spoiled for me. Yeah.
And the second Robin's a dick, which I like as well.
He is a dick.
He's a dick. He's a dick. The first Robin's
really
dick,
confused, right?
But the second Robin is a dick.
Right.
But I mean, it's like fight scenes to Boney M. That's just yeah. And why are you whispering? They don't want to hear.
Well, I said, is it Jason Todd? Can you hear me, audience? I was going to say viewers, but no one's watching us. So
or listening.
Hey,
this is purely for us.
We get 50 listens
Do
on one of them. Yeah. That's quite good.
Yeah.
Well,
is that Marina saying? Just make sure he is there.
Just keep on going.
Just make sure he isn't
me every day on the train.
He's just he's actually listening and talking to the bloke.
Well, she's filled in for you.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
She, you know what? She didn't want to do it at all. But I was like,
no, you can't stop her.
Can you do a podcast with me? And she was like, not a long one like you do with Craig.
Oh, was it? Do you want, what? Can we have a podcast? Can we have sex? Like, I'll have a podcast, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she wants a long one with that, but a short one with the podcast.
I'm sorry, viewers.
Listeners. I'm sorry, Marina. It wasn't me. I never said it. He told me to say it.
She doesn't listen. It's fine.
He told me to say it. She'll come haunting me. Or hunting me. One of the two. Yeah. Both.
I'm trying to think of anything that I've watched recently. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Oh, we did the Haunted of Hill House last week.
I've just said I enjoyed it.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I got bored with it.
Why did you get bored with it? When did you get bored with it?
About 7.
Yeah. Well, at least you got 6 in.
Yeah.
6 is my favourite episode in that.
Because of the long shots.
Long shots, yeah.
That made it, but then 7 went,
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it to the end.
I was enjoying it. It was just 10 hours, and it was the message was just going, yeah, let's watch another. I'm like, I want to go to bed. Like, no, watch another. Yes, dear. But Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. What a film.
Mm-hmm. Musical biographies are not my
cup of tea.
Yeah, but that one, I now want to see Rocket Man. Although I've seen the advert for John Lewis, I think that's mostly going to be it.
I haven't seen the advert for John Lewis.
Mrs. has ranted about it.
She ranted about it.
She's talked about it.
And I think I put something on today.
I wouldn't put it on. I was too very scared.
No, well, I think she was arguing with my mum.
She was arguing with someone.
Right. So do you know the episode of The Simpsons where there's the bordello and Bart's working there? Anyway, he's working in like this like Moulin Rouge type place, right? And Grandpa Simpson comes in, he puts his hat on the thing, sees Bart, and then goes back out and shuts the door. And so I put that on as a GIF because I was coming into this conversation and I just left as quick as I could. But no, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, I loved it.
Film.
I also like the fact is that they made it more about the music and the group and not just about his seediness.
Yes, and about how they
bonded.
About how they made the music. How they all everyone got their, like, I didn't know that
I Want to Break Free. The fact that he'd nothing to do with it. It wasn't his idea, it wasn't his song, but it was banned by MTV because they thought it was him being a pervert.
Yeah.
I mean, that
and
was
it wasn't.
I
love that
video.
Was like,
it was what you call the bass player who wrote it.
Yes.
And it was
what's it called? Because that's who I was talking about. Deacon.
Yeah, John Deacon.
I didn't realise that he wrote so many songs.
Yeah.
And when they start, like, they've got all the drama going on, and then he just sits down with the bass going, and it's like,
and they can see it. They're looking at him.
Yeah.
And it's the hook of the music. That's what keeps them together. because I think it's just it's a music made by 4 outcasts for the outcasts at the back of and it is.
And someone a long time ago said to me, I was listening to Queen, and he was my old boss, and he was like, "Oh, Queen." I didn't think. I thought only people who didn't like music like Queen. And I kind of understand what he was saying. I thought he was just being a dick, but I kind of understand what he's saying because of that. Because of that line in that film where it's music for the outcasts.
And, who are waiting at the back of the hall.
But there's so many frigging outcasts who love Queen.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's also the fact is they came out at the same time as almost like prog rock, wasn't it? And then Leonard Skinner and not Leonard Skinner, Led Zeppelin and all that sort of thing. And they thought, well, no, you just can't copy that and do them badly.
Oh, it was so. Oh, and what depressed me slightly, right? I was 0 when Live Aid came out.
Yeah.
But
thanks.
What depressed me was the fact that me and Marina, that's Mrs. Movie Geek to you.
She was watching it.
We were watching it. Yeah, she did watch it. But we were the only ones who laughed at the Mike Myers line about them.
You dancing in the car.
About kids aren't going to be banging their heads to the car of this.
25 years later. Yeah.
And we were the only ones in the cinema laughing
But were you
at
the ones who recognised them?
Yes.
Because I was looking at them.
Who's that?
Yeah, I knew who it was. I was going to message. Do you know who that is? Oh, now I get the joke.
Yeah, but no one else laughed, and we were pissing ourselves at the back. Yeah. There was so much humour in it.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I was trying to work out where Brian May started and where Brian May ended.
He was brilliant.
I couldn't believe it.
John Deacon was brilliant.
Yeah.
I think you said to me that you didn't think...
Yeah, the drummer was perfect, but he was still good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he was...
3 out of 4 ain't bad, though, is it?
He wasn't... He just... It's almost as if he wasn't pretty enough. Because, I mean, especially dressed as a girl in that woods call.
He got it there.
Yeah. He's watched that video a few times, hasn't he? Yeah.
Haven't we all? And then you realise.
Yeah, but he's woods call. They were slating out more. He was more a person who slept around.
Yeah.
And
you'd think that they wouldn't want to be that honest.
Well. But he said, it's just a joke, but I mean...
But there was a lot of lines where, like, Freddie was, like, talking about... I think someone said, catch something, and why are you talking about me about catch something? Yeah. And he said, stop it, Fred. And it's like, having that honesty, or maybe, I don't know, that diversion, maybe?
He wants to be a celebrity swordsman. Look how many women I've had.
Maybe.
Yeah. Put it in.
Yeah, and they go through the bus, don't they?
Yeah.
And when they're in America, and he's at the back with two women on.
Yeah.
No, but like when they were doing all the, they were making Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mm-hmm. And higher.
Yeah, higher. My balls are in my chest.
Yeah. But, like, again.
Yeah.
How many bloody times?
But just the way, if that is real and that is how they constantly did the same thing over and over again.
What is it? They just retract it. It's like
it's so good.
I just love the interaction with the form. That was my favourite part.
Yeah.
When the form, John Deacon looked like he never said a lot anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's in the things he was in there. He was a lot quieter. He was the one we didn't get much out of. I thought he was probably the weakest, not as an actor, but as the
there wasn't much about him, was there? No,
he just seemed to come in and then.
But then he wasn't like executive producing, was he?
I'm not sure.
It was just Brian May and Roger Taylor.
Mm-hmm. Now it comes,
Yeah, so I got it. Yeah,
5 minutes later.
Yeah. But it just, like you say, Brian May. Mm-hmm. It could have just been him, couldn't it?
I kept wondering, is that what he looks like?
Has he dyed his hair again? And that line where he says, "I was born like this."
Cut your hair. I like the other liners like that. Said, "What do you think?" And he went, "Yeah, you look more gay now."
Yeah. I'm in the house, darling. There was a lot of stuff like when he went on Kenny Everett, I was like, is that supposed to be Kenny Everett? Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. and all that sort of stuff. Oh,
I really, really enjoyed it. I hoped, but it's the guy from the X-Men movies as well who
Bryan Singer, yeah, but there was a lot of stuff
talked about
because I think he disappeared as well. And I think because I saw his name, Dexter Fletcher. He's
Christ.
an English actor.
You know who he is? Dexter Fletcher.
He was in Lock, Stock, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in Lock, Stock. But have you ever watched his first ever appearance was in Bugsy Malone?
Yes.
He was a little kid right at the end.
Yes.
But he was also in the TV programme about the school.
The newspaper thing, yes.
He was the editor.
Yes. Well, he picked up directing
and
duties.
he's been directing a few other
when
things as well.
Bryan Singer disappeared.
Mm-hmm. But he's directed a few other things as well that are pretty good.
But Bryan Singer's had like all that fucking...
Yeah. Like,
all
do you know
that stuff thrown
other
at him
musical
again.
one that he's directed, Dexter Fletcher?
No.
He directed, I'm pretty sure, the Sunshine on Leith musical with the my favourites,
The Proclaimers.
Yeah.
Give us a rendition, come on.
My other brothers from another mother.
That's a good point, actually, because the listeners won't have seen you.
But besides them, that picture of me with the two of them, looking like as a
We should-
family reunion.
I'll put it up. I'll find one and put it up.
Oh, Christ, yeah. Me, what do you believe? One's called Craig, and my dad's name's Charlie. That's the other one. So it's like, I mean, I think in that time around those days, there was no other names in Scotland apart from Craig and Charlie. It was the 70s before we joined the EU. There was just a big shortage of names in Scotland.
Whoa. Let's not get political. Come on.
Oh, aye. Brexit stage left.
Yeah. But the ending as well, right? Sitting in the cinema, you because like I went in, I didn't know because you couldn't really reproduce his voice, so it had to be dubbed.
Yeah.
But then Live Aid happens, and I was sitting at the back, and it came on. And you get in Freddie Mercury's voice, and then you've got Queen's music, Brian May's guitar coming at you in the cinema, surround sound. I cried when it came on because I was like, we're actually listening to Live Aid.
Yeah.
The thing that people have said
Which
is
have
their
so much.
best ever performance. And I get to watch this. What we did when we went home, we watched the full set on YouTube, and they must have studied it so much.
See,
because
I remember watching it, right, because I was 14 at the time, 15. Right. Me and my dad didn't get on well at all, right? But we were watching Queen, and we were doing the Radio Gaga movements, and that was the first. Well, I didn't have a lot of time for my dad, but that was the one time that we bonded, and it was over bloody Queen and Freddie Mercury doing Radio Gaga. Yeah, it was an amazing moment, and I got that again when I was doing that.
It was proper breathtaking. It was heart pumping and everything in that last, and the fact that I think you said to me when we last talked about it and I hadn't seen it, you said they pretty much showed the whole set. Yeah. The only thing that was slightly short was Hammer to Fall. Yes. And that was but they reproduced it perfectly. And even down to the Pepsi,
banners and stuff like
that. The Pepsi cups on the piano. Yeah. And the way he spun round the cameraman. I was like, look, he's doing it. And then he does his tongue thing as well. He's like, he did it. Oh, and it was like watching it. And I think I put a post on saying it's the only time I've ever kicked myself that I was never old enough to watch it. And it's not my fault.
Blame your parents.
Yeah. Bastards.
No, it was I really enjoyed that movie. Yeah. I said at the time it was just that it was such a good movie. And as I said, I'm glad I didn't need to. I wanted children to see that. Yes. I'm quite happy that I would quite able to take my kids to see it. Yeah. Or if I had any grandkids or nephews and nieces sort of thing, I would take them to that and say, watch this and learn. Yeah, and I think it does delve into stuff, but it doesn't. It's not glorifying it, or it's not condemning. But it's like things. I don't like things like Saw, right? Yeah, I don't like things like Saw because it's like torture porn. Yeah, and I don't. I'm quite happy. Yeah, the relationships, all that sort of thing. It's like sex scenes in normal movies. I don't want to watch that with my kids. No matter what sort of sex scene it is, I don't want to see it.
Allude to it.
Yeah,
just don't. Don't go too far. And I think it had the perfect balance of everything, and it was music based.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
I enjoyed it, I must admit. Did you enjoy it more than The Crimes of Grindelwald, which we still haven't talked about after half an hour?
I think a lot of people are bandying about Black Panther getting an Oscar for it, Best Picture, whatever. I think that should get Best Picture.
Depends what for. I mean, it's
Probably go down as musical, will it?
Yeah, I mean that's.
But I think it's just feel good, proper good.
But as you said, it made you cry.
Well-made film.
Did you cry?
It made me cry. No, I didn't. It made me cry.
Made you laugh.
It made me cry, laugh, and all that. But it made me cry when his dad hugged him at the end. Now I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Who knows? But it also made me cry when the music started at the end, and I was like,
"Oh, when he's winking to his mum and all that sort of thing." Now you know why he did it, because you thought it was just a blown a kiss sort of thing.
Ah, perfect film.
Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Greatest James Bond film.
Yeah, no, it was fabulous. I mean, the missus and I went, and it was my missus went twice that week. I told you before.
Oh yeah.
I was gutted. She went to see Star Is Born, which is out on DVD as well.
Yes, I'll tell my wife.
Yeah, and she was crying both times. I mean, she cried more at Star Is Born, but I mean, she went for a proper girly night with her sisters. So.
Yeah. Well, I just think that it's worth it.
I mean, that is why. I mean, we saw the trailer. We kept saying we've got to see it. We've got to see it here. And you had to see it in surround sound. You had to see it in 4K. I mean, it would make me want to buy a 4K TV and a Blu-ray just to watch it, probably surround sound, just to watch it.
That's a good idea. We'll get an extension soon. Just
Oh,
set it up.
Christ.
Yeah.
I have to stick with my 1080. I've got a 4K in the bedroom, but I've got a 1080 downstairs. How does that work? She sits upstairs watching TV, and I'm sat downstairs watching it on the bloody screen.
I'd have that changed. Now the happiness has left the room.
Yeah.
Let's get all serious and
That's your review of film. Crimes of Grindelwald. You're not too happy. I thought it was lovely to look at.
Yeah. Oh no, don't get me wrong. It was nice to look at, especially like that end.
Yeah.
The colours and all that sort of stuff. They went all out with CGI and everything.
I mean, it was. I now know how Game of Thrones is going to kill the 3 dragons.
Blue fire.
Yeah.
No.
Orange fire killing the blue
fire,
fires.
so,
Yeah.
yes.
But it was beautiful to look at. I mean, what was the other thing? I was going to say about director of photography. What film were we talking about the other day? It was absolutely stunning. I'll come back to it.
Okay.
But, another tangent. But that was beautiful to look at. I love the look of Paris. I love the look of Paris anyway. But the lights and the magicness and they seem to have ironed out Newt's more idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
He wasn't as totally off the.
No.
He seemed to have he's almost turned out more of a hero than he was in the first one. It was almost like it was maybe like a teenager meant to be or something, or a young bloke who's just first trip away.
I think my problem with it is the fact that they've just gone a complete left turn from what they started out with.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the casting of Johnny Depp.
Right.
Because he's not convincing. He's a good actor. He has been a good actor. I just don't see it anymore. And if you look at the first one, who stood out in that film?
Yeah. But did you notice that the 3 actors are the ones who played Heath Ledger? Because you've got Dumbledore.
Okay. Yeah.
You've got both people who played that. But that last film with Heath Ledger, when it was the
Parnassus, was
it?
Yeah.
And when they all played him. So I thought they would have maybe tried to, because he's hamming it out. He's so hamming it out, but Woodscombe was so controlled and evil in the first one. And
it's completely different character. And it doesn't add up.
Work, no.
And he's supposed to be. The reason why Dumbledore is supposed to be infatuated with him is because he is supposed to be the proper silver-tongued. Is it silver-tongued? I'm not too sure. He's supposed to be able to
talk anyone into anything.
His voice is supposed to be magical and completely bewitch you. I don't get that from Johnny Depp. I got it from Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it from him.
It's almost like Purple Man, one of his powers.
Yes.
And it's that you can talk to someone. Well, they said that they cut his tongue out.
And
they cut his tongue out.
Yeah. I will say as well, Purple Man, best villain in Marvel.
Is he?
I think so. And it's a shame that they got rid of him.
Have they got rid of him?
I don't know. We haven't watched Jessica Jones. We'd have to watch it.
I've watched the first 3 or 4 episodes of the new, what do you call it, Daredevil.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw that, didn't you, about the Vincent D'Onofrio said he wants to...
Yeah. Well, I posted it.
Ship,
he said, I think he was asked, what villain would you play in Marvel? He said, I wouldn't. I'd jump over to DC and play Lex. Do it! Be Lex Senior. Kill your son, who is...
a dick.
A dick. Drown him in the sea. Yeah. Get rid of him. And just take over the mantle of Lex Luthor. Yeah, just do it.
You want him to be slapped on the head like you do in Benny Hill does. Just to do that bit on the top of his head and then go away.
Oh, that was a bit of news, wasn't it? Talking about Superman 4 before.
What?
You know, Lex Luthor had his nephew, Lenny Luthor.
No, Christ, no.
And he was played by the guy from 2.5 Men. Not Charlie Sheen, the other guy, John Cryer.
Yeah.
He's going to be
in pink.
Again. He's going to be playing Lex Luthor in Supergirl.
Oh Jesus! It's like some movies. I mean, Pretty in Pink. Oh, just to go off to it, there's some, and Pretty in Pink is a crap movie. I don't care what you say, it's a crap movie. But I love the bit where he comes into the music shop and then just sings along to the song. And I think that's a brilliant, 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, it's like what you were saying earlier on. You're certain movies that are crap, right?
Yeah.
You've said about crap, but there's a scene in it that you like to watch over and over again.
Yes.
And it's, there's a film called Drafty, right? I know it's not one you're probably interested in because it's about American football, Kevin Costner, and I fast forward it to the last 30 minutes when the actual Drafty part of it. I've watched the whole movie several times, brilliant. But just that one bit where it's the almost like the climax at the end. Oh, it's superb.
Yeah.
It's just that. But I mean, I'm a sports movie buff. American sport, no matter how bad the movie is, I'll watch it. It's In-Betweeners, not In-Betweeners. The Replacements, Mighty Ducks. Anything. There's another one called Uncle Drew out at the moment. Basketball with people like Shaquille O'Neal, made old with beards and all that sort of thing.
I think I've seen the pictures. Yeah.
No, I'll be watching that next. That's my sort of movie. If I'm not building wardrobes till 11:30.
I know. Yeah, you said. Well, I was painting a fence. I've still got paint on my knuckles. I was painting a fence this weekend.
Jesus.
It's not all glamour in podcasting.
How's the new car, by the way?
I drove it once.
Is that how you're allowed to drive it once?
I said, I'm going to take your car tonight.
Yeah.
And she just looked at me. Dead-eyed stare. I was like, I'll take my car.
Yeah.
Which is over there somewhere.
We see who's getting the sponsorship money. You've got a Jag and I'm sat in an Astra.
Sponsorship? She's paying for it. I'm not. Fantastic Beasts. We could just call it Crimes of Grindelwald.
Crimes Against Cinema?
Grindelwald, yeah. Because Fantastic Beasts just seems to disappear. They have some beasts. They they hint at it.
The Niffler is in it again, and he's quite important.
And they try and
they bring in the new one, which is almost like the Thunderbird from last time. They've got the Chinese one, almost like a lion character,
which was quite. That's the sort of stuff that I liked about it, and it just then goes convoluted and angry. You know what I mean?
Well, they had to get some crimes in.
What crimes?
Yeah. Well, they're trying to say, look, he's talked to these people and talks them into being baddies. It's not me, then kills every single person in the room.
Yeah.
But he lets everyone else go first.
Yeah. Just go and tell them that we haven't raised our wands.
Yeah, we didn't start the fire.
Yeah.
Billy Joel kind of thing. Yeah.
Right, the story is...
But I always felt like, remember the bit where... because I'm waiting for the Order of the Phoenix to come in, but the bit in the Order of the Phoenix where they're in that bit with the veil, that's always felt they've enlarged it. They thought that was a good idea for a fight.
Yeah.
We'll enlarge it.
Yeah,
and then
that wasn't a good idea for a fight. He was all right in that film.
And the first film was good because the way they were fighting each other.
Yeah.
But in that one, it just seemed to be, how is it that Newt and his brother can keep away the fire?
Yeah, and these auras,
and other people are just dying.
Right. The story is Grindelwald, played by Johnny Depp, escapes from prison.
Surprise, surprise.
Because they're transporting him in a
carriage.
Is it a horse-drawn carriage?
No, it's those ones that you almost see if you're dead.
Yeah.
If you're dead.
So we must all have witnessed that because we saw.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the death of a movie. Johnny Depp's career.
That happened years ago.
We watched it. Yeah, thank God he's not in any more Pirates movies.
Yeah, but he's still got three more of these.
Is he?
Well, yeah. I think we're having 5 of these.
Because I read somewhere she's got them all written out in red. I thought it was 7, but I mean it was.
Oh God.
How to stretch.
How to stretch out.
But you've got to bring it up to the point at the end of the movie. I mean, are we spoiling it or not?
Well, we will.
But talk about it first, then spoil it.
Talk about it first.
Because I want, because it doesn't work what they've done.
I don't think it works.
It doesn't work. But we'll go on first.
Right, so he escapes. He's trying to get people on his side.
Yeah.
We don't really know what his cause is.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, we're told it's the cause is like he thinks that the wizarding world should rule everyone.
I don't even think it's that, because that was Voldemort.
Yeah, but he's meant to lead on to Voldemort.
But he wants to be in the open as wizards.
But as in control.
Yeah.
It's still in control.
You would be in control with magic.
Yeah.
And
that was the best scene is when they showed, this is what's going to happen. And then they showed World War II.
Yes.
That was super.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was, you're right. That is what's going to happen. And it is going to be horrible.
Yeah. And what's his face's reaction to it? It's like, another one.
The British one. The
American
American guy who's the muggle.
Who was brilliant in the first one.
Yeah.
And in this
was wasted.
Completely useless and pointless. What was the point in having the characters from the first one in this? Although
she's transformed and he now has the power of being able to read minds. He's corrupted her.
Yes.
Who the sister is.
Yes.
And now it's going to be sister against sister.
Yeah, I suppose. All right, we'll go into spoilers because let's just get into it. Because you didn't like it. I didn't like it. It's a bad James Bond film.
Yeah, I was wallowing in the prettiness.
Yeah,
I was enjoying the prettiness.
There were good scenes. There were good shots. I think
Paris looks lovely.
The
magic looks lovely.
Yeah.
In Paris.
Yeah, and I think Newt. What's his name? The actor.
Redknapp. Not Redknapp. Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne. I think he does it well.
Yeah.
I think he has.
His character has moved on.
Yeah, it has developed. Yeah. But I think everyone else. I didn't like Dumbledore.
I did. I thought it was pretty good.
I didn't see the point in him.
I did. I thought he was that smug, almost knows everything.
It's Jude Law.
Yeah, but I mean that's what I still think that's what Dumbledore was like in the first one. He was still that smug, I know everything sort of thing. That's why I'm the best. But that was the character. The character always thinks he knows the best. I did like because I think I said this when we saw the trailer. I liked the fact that he looked into the mirror. Harry said, and saw his boyfriend. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's the other thing as well though is, do you think that snake lady looked exactly like the snake witch?
She was called Nagini. She is.
So it is going to be.
It is her, yeah.
Yeah. So
she is Harry Potter's Nemesis's snake.
So, because, I mean, I still don't think he's not what you call him Dumbledore. He's not. Right at the end, he's not, because the whole thing about the argument between the two brothers was over the sister who died.
Yes.
And the fact is that he wouldn't have helped Harry Potter and everything else as well. That's not who he is. It's a bluff. I think it's got to be a bluff, because otherwise it just ruins.
What's a bluff?
The fact that that's his name. That he's saying that. Jumping to the end.
Oh right, yeah, right, okay. So Credence, played by Ezra Miller. I know that because my son's called Ezra.
And he's really fast.
Yes, he is fast. Turns out he is a Dumbledore.
Yeah, he's the brother.
Is he the brother?
Yeah, the brother who was at the helped Harry Potter in the end of the, what you call it, the 7 and 8. They only have 2 brothers and a sister. That's who Dumbledore has. He had 2 brothers and a sister. The 2 brothers argued over the sister, and the sister died. That's why the 2 brothers fell out with each other. That's why Albus fell out with his Witchcomb. And he even named him the same name as the Witchcomb.
So Credence is his brother?
He's saying that Credence is Albus's brother, the one who was
Harry Potter owns the pub.
Had the mirror.
Right.
Yeah, that's who he's trying to say he is.
No, he's not.
That's who they're trying to say he is.
No.
Yeah.
Did I miss that? How did I miss that?
That's why it doesn't work.
No.
Yeah. So.
What? That's stupid.
Yeah. Unless it's a bluff saying that is just to use him as a weapon.
But his sister was an obscurus as well.
Yeah, but the fact is that the sister was they fought over the sister to get attention from her.
Right.
If I remember reading the books, and she died because of their arguments. And then they stopped fight. They stopped talking to each other.
Right.
And that's why he hated Albus, because of the way he treated his sister.
Could the obscurus that's in Credence be the same one from the sister?
Don't know.
Is that maybe where the link comes from?
Possibly, but
maybe I'll have to see it again. No, I think. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, there's a lot about it that
doesn't add up.
Doesn't add up.
I mean, there's a little bit where they went downstairs and then jump, and it just seemed to jump, and then on the bridge and the fight and the Chinese line character. That just the editing just was where
there was
jumped
a couple
to.
of bits, wasn't there?
But we're going from bit to bit again. I enjoyed the beginning. I thought it was a decent opening where he escapes.
Yeah, that was quite good. Yeah,
I enjoyed it, the way he did it, the way he tortured the people and poisoned them and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Decent. We see that the Aurors are almost like a secret police.
Yes.
And they are used to almost torture them and make people scared of them.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like a state, where the wizards are under thumb rather than that, and that's what they're trying. I feel they're trying to say Johnny Depp's trying to get them away from.
Yes.
And he's saying, he says, I'm trying to get you out from these horrible people, which we said before.
Yeah.
Where it's not us that raised our wands first.
Yeah. They although they did, because she raised the one, then she got killed. For some reason, that's the you don't stupefy someone, you just kill them.
Yeah.
What? Maybe it's a gun.
Abra Cadabra.
You shoot first.
But I mean, I'd say they killed the baby.
They killed 2 babies.
Yeah.
What's this about?
Well, the one with the story about it is that's a drowning. That they didn't kill it, but that woman killed a baby. Or they're saying they killed the baby in the room.
Well,
I mean, I don't think it's that good. I think that, to be honest, the ones that get more popular things is when they kill the dog, like John Wick. He killed a dog.
Well,
there's more reaction to it.
The thing I was thinking of when that baby shouting "Mama" or whatever was, ooh, this is like Harry Potter, isn't it? Now, did the mother want to save the kid?
Yeah,
before she died.
It was a muggle, because he said he wanted it cleaning.
Oh yeah.
So you knew it was a muggle kid and a muggle family.
He didn't do his homework then, because he should have known there was a kid upstairs.
True, but maybe he didn't pick it. Maybe they picked it for him.
But yeah, last time we met, we watched Halloween, and I think I mentioned that there was babies dying in other Halloween films. Yeah. What's going on at the moment? There's so many babies dying. Do
you know that film has taken more in the first weekend than Halloween has done in all of its run?
Well, the Harry Potter film, the Fantastic
It's 253 million in the first.
Mental.
Already, and it's been about, a week?
It's less. It's done less than the first one, though.
Yeah, it took, I think it was 11 million less in America. But I mean, I can see why.
Understandable.
It's not as good. It's nowhere near as good. It's not managed to get that Harry Potter magic.
I think that's what's missing. I think the last few Harry Potter films, now everyone will disagree with me, because I think the last 2 at least are awful.
There's a couple of bits I like, and again we talk about that. In the 7th one, which is the one that was basically a road movie,
yeah,
I liked the bit with the dancing.
No, the sixth one is the road movie. No, 7. Oh yeah, it's 8, isn't it?
Yeah,
Got 8.
The 7th one where they're in the tent dancing really badly.
Yeah,
that's my favourite scene in that bit.
Right.
And then in 8, it's basically let's go and fight for 30 minutes. It's almost like the end of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, it's just a massive grey fight.
War. My favourite's still Azkaban.
Same here.
I love it, and even though it's almost like an oldie worldy picture and all that sort of thing.
But it works well in that universe.
Yeah,
I think you've got the first two. Is it Chris Columbus?
Did he not do the Batman movies?
No, Chris Columbus. Yeah, he Home Alone.
Yeah,
he directed them. They were nice little introductions to this children's book universe. They were happy and good with a tiny little bit of threat. And then the third one happened. A bit of adventure, yeah. And then the third one happened and it was like, oh, this is getting good. And then they just start getting darker and more.
But I mean, the first two, he's an orphan. He's not happy. He's got no family members as such. He's striving. He's just searching for someone to call friends or family. They give him Uncle Sirius.
Yeah.
And then in 4th, and they go, shit.
I think she's got a proper screw loose, though.
Who?
J.K. Rowling.
She no longer has a screw loose. She's now eccentric.
Oh, right.
Because she's that rich, she can afford to be eccentric.
Well, yeah, but she's the only person who's actually come off the billionaires list or whatever because of the charity she's done or something. I can't remember what it was. Was it the Forbes list? I can't remember.
It's probably just all she's made in 1 year. I thought about probably. Sure, she's still a billionaire.
But I just don't. I think the magic has gone from this universe.
See, I liked the bit with the feather.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that little bit in Sniff when it's actual magic.
I think that is more Fantastic Beasts than Crimes of Grindelwald. I think there's like 2 films again.
Yeah.
And it's another Warner Brothers film.
I like the bit where he's doing magic. I mean, when the ear comes out and all that. That whole scene.
Yeah, his wand turns into an ear.
Yeah, and all that, and using these Niffler. You can see how he's getting his magic through the beast. Using the Niffler. Find it for me. And, because he's turning them into gold coins, all the people going past, and then he's finding the right one. But that was. I mean, that is what he's doing, is using magic in a creative way that no one else has seen in that universe.
But where in Harry Potter you've got the whimsical school life with the war or whatever, the Voldemort stuff,
which is it blends the walls
nicely.
Yeah.
In this, I don't think the whimsical stuff blends with the war, with the Wizarding World and the Grindelwald stuff. I don't think it works well.
Because of Johnny Depp?
Maybe.
Because like you said, if Colin Farrell did it, would we?
I think so. I think why not get him back? Would be. I don't know.
Well, he did it with Dumbledore after 2 movies when Richard Harris went.
Yeah, but I mean, he couldn't physically carry on, could he?
Hey, Johnny, go and have a party, mate. Yeah.
I think.
Oh, he's dead.
Well, maybe. Yeah. I suppose that's probably why they bring Nicholas Flamel into this, and I suppose that's why they didn't actually go for an old person.
Yeah,
isn't it? What, the makeup was shocking. What was that?
I've no idea. It was meant to be look like a ghost, just for the joke. Or you look like a ghost. That was the whole point.
And what was the book that he looked at? Who was talking to him out of the book? No. See,
you're mistaking what that is. What do you do with portraits? What does Albus?
I know. But who was it?
It's always the people. That's his people. Maybe the Order of the Phoenix, or the people who will become the Order of the Phoenix. That's all Dumbledore's contacts.
There were so many people in this film who I didn't know who they were. Right. Like the guy who went after Credence, who was working for the Ministry, and then he's actually working for Grindelwald. Yeah. Who was he? Where did he go?
His name? You never heard his name once.
No, I know. There's so many loose ends.
Yeah, because I was hoping that the person who was going to do it would be, Mad-Eye Moody. That's what I thought.
Too early, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I mean, he's meant to be the same age as Dumbledore.
Aye, maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Because he worked with Dumbledore a lot. I mean, if you look at the age of how he looked.
I like the fact that you get McGonagall.
Yeah,
as well.
That was my favourite. It was the one you just went. But I mean, he's not headmaster yet. Miss McGonagall looks like she's almost the headmistress again, or assistant headmistress.
Yeah.
And he moves above her.
Yeah. I just think it just felt disjointed, and.
But as I said, it felt more filler than thriller.
Yeah.
It was more like almost like Back to the Future 2. You know, it's trying to get from 1 to 3,
right,
and make a movie of it in between.
Yeah.
Because it was the ending. Yeah, there was a fight scene, but it did not.
It didn't do anything.
There was no completion.
Yeah, and only like one person, one named character died who didn't.
Yeah. Well, I always thought it was. What'd you call it? Lestrange. I thought that was Woodcall's character.
It is. They're related. I think it's
a cousin or something like that. Bellatrix.
Great grandmother, I think.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
No, it can't be great grandmother.
No, but I think it's a cousin or a niece or something like that. Because it's flowers, isn't it? It said all the women come as flowers. The men are showed who they are.
Yeah.
Because they're cousins of the blacks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see the Potters. I think the two Potters are going to come in at some point. Because he's got to have an Order of Phoenix. The whole point about Dumbledore, because they said the Great Albus Dumbledore now, but he's not meant to become great until he had fought Grindelwald in one.
How old? Because we saw them at school in Harry Potter, and it wasn't that early, because we're in 1927, 1923. Right. 1923 at this point. Grindelwald ends in 1945.
Does he?
That's when Dumbledore defeats him.
Right, okay.
So, I don't think the Potters are around then. Right, it'll have to be their grandparents.
Yeah.
If they do come.
It was just the Order of the Phoenix is what I'm thinking about, because we're going to have to find out who this guy is. Is he going to be Voldemort's father, or grandfather?
I don't know.
I mean, it's just...
because everything seems to hang off this Credence guy.
Every time you say it, I have to say Clearwater.
I know. I think that too. I don't know. It's
giving us more questions than answers.
Yeah.
And it's not giving us any decent answers either. It's ones that we're thinking, what could have been. I thought the photography was nice, but you could see all the bits were put in for the 3D, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And I hate those bits. I really hate those bits. Although I did say I wanted to see Aquaman in 3D. Because
you did.
Because I saw the Atlantis looks and the fight scenes and everything else as well. But,
and Mira.
Yeah. Remember, I'm older. I'll probably go for his mother.
What we said. Dead calm.
Yeah.
She washed up from dead calm.
Yeah, shot everybody, killed everything.
Yeah, no.
But no, it's
what else?
it was. I mean, I don't even think. I mean, it was a very busy cinema.
It was
for a Monday. I mean, it's been open for the weekend. We all got a Monday. It was probably about half full.
Yeah.
Which for a Monday in Barrow.
But what's funny as well, it was probably the same fullness for. Bohemian Rhapsody when I went to see it the other day, and that's been out for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I said that about Bohemian Rhapsody, didn't I? About the people not being able to hold their bladder.
No.
That was just, that was the only thing that annoyed me.
Oh, you know what annoyed me about it in Bohemian Rhapsody? Was young girls on the phone. On the phone in the cinema. Why?
They haven't had the rules explained to them. That there are rules of behaviour. Especially if you listen to other podcasts like Modern Mail.
They need to be chucked out.
Yeah.
There needs to be someone sat at the top just getting rid of people.
That's your seat.
Yeah, that's me, yeah. I'll do it and I'll chuck you all out if you misbehave. Oh. But yeah, Crimes of Grindelwald, not a fan. Not
you can
impressed.
tell we're not a fan because we're not going on about it. We've went and did an hour of everything else, like Bohemian Rhapsody, Stan Lee dying, because Crimes of Grindelwald was, it was meh. It was yeah.
Yeah, it was. It just didn't do anything for me, and I think I've got a lot of problems with this wizarding world as well.
Why?
Because it doesn't make sense.
What's magic? It's not magic.
I know, but it's completely pointless. They have a Hoover at the beginning, don't they?
I quite enjoyed that.
Right?
and it tried to clean him.
It's not magic though, is it?
It's powered by magic because there's no plug.
It'd be a robot.
A robot in 1920s.
You know,
it could be steam driven. If you'd said steam driven, I could have believed that more.
Steam driven robot, right? There's a lot of magic stuff that happens in this that doesn't seem like it's been thought through.
Right, so they're just doing it for the toys.
Just doing it for just because you can say it's magic.
Yeah, but it sounds like this magazine thing's been done wrong. I thought the easiest thing we do would just flick it and change it.
Yeah.
But it's Newta's getting engaged rather than.
What was that about as well? Why didn't he just say, "I'm not getting engaged. I'm not engaged"?
Because he's meant to have not been able to talk to girls.
Oh.
Because he's not meant to be a fully rounded character yet. Although he's getting there.
He's getting there, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I find it contrived.
But again, it's Warner Brothers.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I mean, what was the last decent Warner Brothers movie? I'm trying to think. It's going to be a while. This will be for the next podcast. That'll be. Oh Jesus. That'll be my homework for the next week. Trying to find a decent Warner Brothers movie.
Oh, you know what?
What did they make Jurassic
Wonder
Park?
Woman. No, Universal was Jurassic Park.
Was it? Oh shit.
Yeah.
It'll be a cartoon or something like this. Constantine City of Demons.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
I can't. Shut up. I can't think.
Well, I mean, how long ago was Wonder Woman? Was that 2 or 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
3 years?
2016?
2 years ago then?
Yeah.
Let's hope Aquaman's the next decent one.
Aquaman will be the next decent one, won't it? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Am I expecting too much?
Yeah. It's like me and Solo. I was expecting too much, and I got fodder.
I'm not invested in the Harry Potter universe.
Have you read the books?
I've read all the books. Yeah. I've read them twice.
A whole twice?
A whole twice. And I don't read much, but I read them because I enjoyed. No, I actually read them with my eyes. It was. I took them on holiday, so it was one of those things, and they're really simple to read, so I don't struggle with words. No, that makes me sound stupid.
I'm not even going there. But
I'm dyslexic.
It's not the best one. It's more like. Again, it's almost like the sequel. It's the second one. It's not as good as the first one. The series of Harry Potter movies changed subtly every time they did it, and so it worked. This one, it just feels as if we'll make it bigger, and because we made it bigger, that'll make it better.
I think for me as well, you get the change from the books gradually in the Harry Potter series, like you said, and then for this series, they've gone, we'll take the last film and start it at that tone. And there we go. And there we're on with that. And I think that's why I can't sit with it.
Yeah, but I also thought it wasn't just Harry Potter. It was Hermione. It was, the Weasleys. It was the three of them. It was the three of them and how they all grew into mingled with each other. It wasn't just Harry. Harry was the main driving character. Yeah. It was as sidekicks, they were more than sidekicks.
Is Newt the main character in these films? Is he supposed to be, or is he going to be
He was at the beginning,
shifted?
But is it now going to go over to Dumbledore and his fight against... I mean, I do think him as a character is the best part. He's grown. Yeah. He's grown in it. You can see a development in the character. Yeah. I think Redmayne's done a great job.
Yeah.
But it's still... And I know the idiosyncrasies and all that, so I think I could see... I mean, he doesn't want to be like his brother, but it's like almost like touching, doesn't want to work in an office. He's almost like if he's on the spectrum or something like that. He's
he is, isn't it? I didn't...
He's more... He prefers pets and animals and else as well, rather than humans. He can relate with them better.
He's acting like that. He's... Unless that's Eddie Redmayne, because he did it in, what's it as well? The Hawking film.
Yeah.
But he does...
I don't know, Hawking was desperate to get everywhere with every woman, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, yeah. But he's...
and I thought it was funny in
he does seem to play it as if he is on the spectrum. And
it's just that, just not a lot, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to, and it's just almost... why is it there's got to be a weakness in every hero? That's what it is, and that's his weakness. Harry Potter was his loneliness and his what you call it. He's he's almost fighting the world. Yeah, I mean, being treated like that badly for so long.
Yeah,
but there was no real explanation of how him and his brother as well. I mean, it's his brother. We don't get along. That's the best thing I've ever seen. My brother's been shot and fired.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, there's nothing to explain it. Is it because he's nicked his girlfriend?
I'd say so.
That.
And
who was she looking at when she said, "I loved you"?
I thought it was Newt, to be honest.
So. When she died.
When she burned.
Yeah, it's like what I said to you when Bohemian Rhapsody dies in the end. You were gutted, weren't you? You had spoiled it for me.
Well, I said that before the film started. I said, "Oh, Craig told me a spoiler," and she was like, "Well, don't." I said, "Oh, he dies at the end." And she was like, "Shut up."
She's thinking you're hanging around with me too much because your jokes are getting shit.
My jokes are always shit. I've had dad jokes for the last 10 years.
I said to Tracy, "You laughed at one of my jokes. You know what's going to happen now?" She's like, "No, you're going to say more because of that."
I found a Facebook page called Dad Jokes and I liked it. So every now and then I get a little dad joke on my feed. It's great.
I get them usually with my daughter. She said, and it always says Craig Lambert, and it'd be some. I mean, the one my missus at the moment. Have you seen those ones she sent about the dog's bottom?
No.
We're on a thing called Labrador forums, and I know. And this woman said, "Look, my dog's bottom looks like Jesus." Right, and it's the Labrador's bottom looks like Jesus, and so Tracy went, "Well, my dog's bottom looks like a penguin," and so she sent a picture of the dog's bottom with a penguin logo beside it, and she sent it everywhere, and I'm like, "This, Tracy, what are you doing? What are you doing?"
That is crazy.
Weird, yeah.
I don't know. Would
that film make you want to see the third one? No, not really. See, I made me think. That's what I've said about Back to the Future 2, which I personally don't like. I think it's the weakest of the three of them.
I think, yeah.
And that felt more like that. It was more like getting from 1 to 3. You had an ending you want to get. How'd you fill it? And that's what that felt. Yeah, there was good scenes in it. Yes, it was okay, but it wasn't like an active part.
Yeah.
It wasn't Empire Strikes Back. No. And more Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. No, I will agree with you completely. Mm-hmm. I just think that that is what it is. Can't do anything about it. I thought splitting up the main cast from the first one, it was again a bit contrived because why did she leave him if she wants to be with him?
Well, they split it because he had to go back to Britain, didn't he? But then
no, I mean the American guy and what's she called? The one
Queenie.
who's not Queenie.
Yeah, but I mean she hates. Everybody used to call her crazy because she could read people's minds,
right? And
that was in the first one as well. Yeah. And when he went, he thought you thought I'm crazy. That just drove her away,
right?
And but he obviously didn't want to marry her because he was frightened that she'd go end up in Azkaban for marrying a muggle.
Right.
Because in those days you
just
weren't
move
allowed.
away.
Well, it was a bit like racism, isn't it? I mean, it's like,
I suppose.
It's all about sort of the blacks in the deep south and stuff like that. Sort of
but now she's affiliated with.
Grindelwald.
Well, is she? No, I suppose because his argument.
Yeah, it said that you could have a free. What he's saying to him is preaching to the masses.
I suppose we haven't spoken about that because you mentioned it before about the showing him. What was the skull about? What was that?
The skull was the future. It was like it was a way of prophesying. It showed what the future. So you blew that out. It was like what the skull was someone who could see the future. You know, like which colour could the blonde girl. You could see the future. That's what, as if you smoked through his skull. Right. It was like a fortune teller sort of thing. That's how it could foretell the future.
So he sees the Second World War, and his idea is that if they take control, this won't happen.
Yeah. So it's the lesser of two evils.
Right.
But it's his way of justifying what he's doing.
What he wants to do. What he
wants just utter control.
Right. Well, it's lucky there was a war coming then, wasn't it?
Well,
because what would
it's
he have
lucky he's
done?
been smoking that skull, then, wasn't it?
I bet that's Johnny Depp's. It's not a prop. That is just what he takes on set with him.
Yeah, it's what it's called. He used to have what you call it. It's a sauvage. He used to smoke the diesel with the skull. And went, oh Jesus, yeah, I better do sauvage now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I did like that bit. But yeah.
But the way, if you look at that and you thought, yeah, Christ, how can we stop this? We don't want to see it. I mean, a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, that was cool. Showing that.
And that's like, what, 15 years later? If you said it's 27, 1927.
I think it's 23.
23, so he's got 22 years of movies still to make to get to the death.
Well, there's got to be a time jump then, hasn't there? If there's going to be 3 more films.
Yeah. I mean, they've got to think of some decent more animals, to be honest.
I just think they just get rid of it. They either get rid of Fantastic Beasts completely and just. Is
that why Fantastic Beasts is so
tiny
small
at the end? And,
it's just so people. It is Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah,
it's still Harry Potter.
It's got a link to the first film, which is
much better.
Yeah,
which didn't take anywhere near as much money.
No, and they tried the Niffler bit at the beginning of this film when he popped the cork. Yeah, it was like a little throwback to the first one when there was slow motion and it was like.
But that was a 3D. That was a 3D bit when the thing was coming towards you, the Niffler. But I mean, the Niffler babies. I mean, I liked it down there. The Kelpie was decent. I mean, but there was nothing really. I mean, it was just almost like we better have a scene with some animals in it to see what he's been doing with his life.
It is called Fantastic Beasts after all. We need some beasts.
He's got to write his book, so he's got to have his. I mean,
has he not written that yet? He hasn't, has he?
No. He's got a book there that he's writing, but it's not the one that's been published.
It's one of those things where. It's a prequel. We know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Or do we know what's going to happen? Is Dumbledore going to be the one who defeats Grindelwald?
Well.
Or is it going to be
Newt? But he takes it so that Newt
Credence.
Doesn't get. Well, will it be Newt because he just doesn't want the publicity?
Yeah, maybe. But also,
you've got to get the wand. You only get the wand by defeating him.
Expelliarmus, I suppose. Yeah. So he has to defeat him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. True. Okay. Yeah, there was something
because that's what keep flashing that the ultimate wand.
Yeah,
but we haven't had the
elder wand.
The elder one is what he's got, but we haven't seen the invisibility cloak, and we haven't seen.
That's with the
Potter's
family, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So is that going to come into it with the Potter's family?
Because I suppose you've got to link it to the Deathly Hallows. You've got because they've had 2 films called the Deathly Hallows that had no Deathly Hallows in. Yeah. In my opinion, they could have had a bit more Deathly Hallows. Use the Deathly Hallow of the invisibility cloak, like they do in the book.
Well, the cloak was used a lot, wasn't it, in the first 6
in the first
books? First 5 books.
Well, no, they used it in the final book as well. Yeah. But then, I'm not getting into this. We'll have to have a Harry Potter session because I've got a lot of things to say about. Yeah.
Well, you've only got 2 months in. I'll be totally distracted by this back of Disco coming back, Star Trek Discovery, because that's January, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks good.
Can't wait. I've got Titans till then, and then it's
Spock's got a beard.
I know, and Spock's in it.
Oh.
It's can't wait. It's going to be like his brother. Oh, I've met God. Why does God need a starship?
Excuse me. What does God need with a starship? Oh, I love that film.
Yeah.
Oh, I should do that. I'm going to add that to my list.
Yeah, that's the films that no one likes. You can do all the even ones. Or is it
all
the odds.
Yeah, odd ones.
All
yeah.
the odds.
Yeah. Oh well, I think.
Although I did like Search for Spock, which was 3.
I don't mind Search. Yeah. Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I didn't like Christopher Lloyd. But I like the bit where he walks when he's walking. He walks into the Scotty walks into the thing because apparently didn't mean to do that.
Did he not?
No, they just kept it in.
Brilliant.
I know this thing in the back of my hand.
Superb. Well. Should we call it?
Scotty. Yeah.
Miss Scotty.
I miss Scotty. I've been thinking. On your what do you call it again? Your DVD player. Remember that one we saw with John Cho? but he's looking for his daughter through the...
Yes, Searching.
Yeah, that's now on your DVD,
DVD
player as well.
I'll have a look.
So, I mean, that I haven't watched it yet because I've been basically building furniture for the weekend.
For your kids, though, wasn't it?
So, it's still 11:30 on a bloody
how old are
Saturday
they?
night. 20 she is. With
That's
a
what I
boyfriend.
mean. That's what I mean. With a boyfriend
With
as well.
a boyfriend who's a welder. And I have to come in, and Liam, who's 17, who's a welder, and then Craig, who's a grumpy old bastard, has to come in and go, oh, can you do it for us?
Yeah, but you said yes.
I know, but I was drinking alcohol.
More fool you.
I drank all the way through it. I've agreed to go and see the round table as well. Oh, I've got no time. I've got no time.
You better make time
for
the podcast, my friend.
I need to. I've got no Saturdays left till Christmas. All my Saturdays are booked up. This Saturday is my Christmas do. Next Saturday is, would you believe, I've agreed again, she must have got me drunk, I take that tribute act in the Vic.
In the Vic?
Yeah. It's one guy who does Robbie, Gary Barlow, and Michael Bubble.
Michael Bubble wasn't in the
Vic?
That.
Yeah.
He wasn't inside that, was it?
No, but apparently he is in the Vic.
Well...
then the week after I'm at the Chetwynd.
Right, yeah. Because I know my wife don't listen to this. I got tickets for her as a surprise.
Did you? Christ, I thought you were going to say James Acaster.
No.
Because James Acaster's coming to Barrow.
Is he? Oh, you know what I'm going to go see as well? I'm going to get tickets for. So Ian McKellen is doing a show in Lancaster.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get tickets for that.
Yeah, and Bolton, he's doing his homecoming. I
I
didn't realise he was from Bolton.
He's doing 80 shows.
Yeah.
Next year. Oh, I'm going to it. I want to see him. It'll be awesome. And I'm going to see Muse as well.
Will they let you go in though?
Why?
They might go, thou shalt not pass.
Oh, he walks right into that one, didn't I?
You
shall not pass!
Did you ever see that one he did? He went to school and did it? I think it was his old school.
Yes, he leaned out the window. What will happen if you don't study? You shall not pass!
Oh, it was a classic. That was brilliant.
I want to watch Lord of the Rings again.
Yeah, the first one, not the second and third one.
I don't mind. No.
Two Towers, I don't mind.
No,
actually.
the
Not Return of the King.
original trilogy is good.
They're better than the last ones, but I liked Sean Bean. So Sean Bean was good up until one part where he just died. He never died. All the way through Sharpe, he had about 50 episodes, he never died. And then
came close though, didn't he?
He dies all the time. Every movie he's in, he dies. It's like, is it a contract change? Did he change an agent?
It was his wife.
And he's like bastard. And then goes and dies.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his missus, you know who his missus is, or his ex-missus at the time, wasn't it? It's her that's in Coronation Street now.
Is she in Coronation Street?
Yeah. Do you remember?
The curly-haired one?
Yeah, she was in also, she was the witch in...
Yes.
Stardust.
Stardust, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then his other wife was in Sharpe.
Yeah, was he not? Or was it just was his other wife in Sharpe? I always thought he was married at some point to River Phoenix, River Song. Was that just Essex Boys, I'm thinking?
I think it's just that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was also in Benidorm. First couple of series.
Right, don't know which one that is then.
I can't remember.
Was it Witchcombe, the Witchcombe family, the ones that were in Rita Sue and Bob too?
No, it was the two uptight people who didn't feel like they belonged in that place.
Yeah, I know which ones you mean.
Yes.
And she ran off with someone else.
Yes. Yeah, like she did in Sharpe, the bitch. She ran off with Wesley
with all his money
from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I enjoyed reading those books. I read a lot of his stuff. I mean, his Agincourns, the way he describes some of them, Bernard Cornwell, Jesus. You feel as if you're there.
You do, yeah. I think it's a shame that he's too old for it now, because I think a bit of budget behind a Sharpe story, you can make a proper good film out of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all there, but I don't think... I actually never thought he was right for it.
No,
because Sharpe was from London.
He was supposed to be from London.
And he was
dark
from
hair,
Sheffield.
really tall, but Bernard Cornwell liked Sean Bean so much that he changed his backstory and said that he went to Sheffield, and that's why his accent is from there.
Because he's meant to be 6 foot. He's almost got a James
Jet
Bond
black
character.
hair and a massive scar down his face.
Yeah, from the Tipu Sultan.
Yeah. The first 3, couple. Yeah. Is it Trafalgar?
No, Trafalgar.
Tiger.
Not Fortress. It was.
Yeah.
But the 3 in India.
Yeah. Well, 2 in India and then the.
No, there's 3 in India.
Was it 3?
It was 3 in India and then he went to Trafalgar.
Yeah. Oh, what was the third one?
Because it was like the one where the guy walks in, you think it's Sharpe, and then he kills everyone. It's the baddie.
Yeah.
And then there's because the third one is where he actually saves Wellington.
Yes.
Because there was the
because I was like, what?
Sarah Patang, wasn't there? There was one of the fights, and then it was. Oh yeah.
I have to have a good old read of them because it's quite depressing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How he becomes completely rich, doesn't he? In India, and then he comes back.
And he can't keep it.
Someone. He meets a
it's
woman.
The wife, and she takes the last jewel off him, that sort of thing.
Well, no,
they can't be together.
But then he dies. No, they do get together. Yeah. But then she dies, and her family come in and say, "Oh, everything was hers and not his." So he's back to being poor. Joins the army again and goes over to
Spain.
No, it's not Spain. No.
Portugal. Oh, Flanders.
Yeah.
Oh, Copenhagen.
Because
he's there for Copenhagen.
Yeah, and he goes up a chimney in one of them.
And then I don't. Did he ever get to Flanders? Did we ever read the Flanders one? Because that was meant to be his first ever fight before he went to India. It was Flanders.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, brilliant series, and it would be cool to have more. But who would you get now?
I don't know. Liam Neeson is the same as Liam Neeson is it for everything else as well. I've got a set of skills that shall kill you. You'd have to have someone almost like. But it's his speed, wasn't it? It was always his speed and his viciousness that won it.
Yeah.
And you're probably looking for somebody. I mean, he couldn't do it, but the new Robin, Dick.
Yeah.
He is vicious as hell in this series, and Starfire is just fabulous.
Yeah, I love her.
You need to get your DVD player out.
It's not
honestly, yeah. You need seeing Starfire beating 4 rednecks in a cafe to Boney M's Sonny is something you have to see.
I'll have a we're going Christmas shopping on Friday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Lucky
so
you. I'm
I'm driving in to work every day. I've got to get there before 6, or there's no car parking spaces.
Oh joy.
So I've got to set up at 10 to 5.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, bonus, I'm off.
Shut your face.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to call it.
But I'm got to...
Because we're talking about books now.
We've only been doing this an hour and a half.
It's good, though. I love it.
It's never good.
It's great. I want some feedback, guys. So give us an email on the MAaDmoviepod@gmail.com.
Best Sharpe book.
What's that?
Best Sharpe book. What's your
best Sharpe book?
Yeah.
I think one of the India ones.
Yeah.
Especially, I think it's
Sharpe's Tiger was one.
Yes, the one where because he's in it. The one who Pete Postlethwaite played.
Yeah, Sergeant Obadiah Hicks.
Obadiah, yes. Because that's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
That he had an enemy who was just above him, but then that happened.
But he always controlled people. Even as a sergeant, you could always control people.
I think Postlethwaite played him well.
He did.
He did.
I mean, Postlethwaite was the best. It was known as the best actor in the world, wasn't it, at the time?
It
was Twitch.
Yeah. You can follow me on
whatever you are this week.
Shut up. Instagram, WordPress, and Facebook at The Ultimate Movie Geek. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Ultimate Movie Geek, on YouTube. That was obvious, really, wasn't it?
Well, you got him now.
Yeah.
You got the message across.
I am. And go to worldgeeklynews.com where we post articles every day. And
because he's got time to do these sort of things.
I do it on the train mostly.
Yeah. Someone's worked for a living.
Before I sleep. Well, I can't work on the train.
Can you not?
No. Oh, next time I go. Thanks for listening.
One of us is getting full.
Oh, that's you.
It's me. Shit.
See you again. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye.